Hey, Sarah. Beta, can you give me some water?
Alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Okay. We'll just allow a few minutes to everybody to join, inshallah, and then we'll start.
I will have a quick ayah, one word to look for you.
Ji.
Let me see if I can find it. Just a minute. Oh boy. Come on. This alif and noon, which is not anna or in.
Hmm.
I'm just looking for the right thing so I can guide you to that ayah.
Which surah?
Again, Surah Maida. Let me give you Anekum Banakum. So Ane, Alif, and then Noon. So this Ane, I'm going to give you the right word.
Surah Maida should be number
49, beginning. What Ane? What is this Ane? Is it related brothers and sisters of An or?
okay. Sorry, let me just get to the ayah first. Maida, verse number 131.
49.
49. Let's see. Okay. This one, right? Let me share the screen with you. Okay. This one, right?
I can't see you.
Can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
I can see you, but I don't see that what I'm looking for.
Oh,
This
is
49.
46. Sorry, 46. 40.
9, beginning of 49.
This one, right?
Yeah, so this first two letters, what Ane? This is it? What is Ane here? Is
This
it
is un? Is un.
Oh, okay.
Right? So because there is a hamdatul wasl and you need to have some sort of haraka here to make it connect. Anehkum. Anehkum.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, inshallah, we can start. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Okay. So one bad news is that my computer, my laptop is inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun, is gone. It's not fixable. So right now I'm trying to work with another laptop in my house from one of my kids, but it's not as fast or as quick as the other one. So you may experience some delay or not the same experience, but inshallah we'll try our best.
Will you tell you what went wrong with your computer? Like what burned out?
The motherboard, I think there was some short circuit on the motherboard. So that is why it's the brother tried, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't any good. So anyhow, mashallah, it served its purpose. It was with me for almost 11 years, so no complaints. Okay, all right. So what we are trying to learn today, since I got my camera back, we talked about Fele Amr. Yes, we remember that from the last session, and we did quite a bit of exercise on Fele Amr. Okay, we said that Fele Amr is applied on the Hazir, which is second person. Yeah, that means that is a direct command. What is it?
Direct command.
Direct command. Now, we focused only on this Hadir. Now, what about the Ghaib? The third person. This is the second person, right? and this is the third person. He, they, yeah,
You said
them.
Amma doesn't apply to them.
So we said we can apply the command only on the second person,
Right.
right? And if we do that, that is a direct command because somebody is in front of you and you're saying, do this, don't do that. Yeah. Third person, live. And what about the first person? Mutakallim. Right? Mutakallim. And that is I, we. So these two also have command, but they are indirect commands. Okay. In a direct command, you can say do, don't do. Yeah. Indirect command for he can be he should do it. Yeah. Or I should do it. So it is not a direct command, it's an indirect command. So this is what we are going to talk about today. And actually we'll see everything we did last time in action by doing exercises with our own hands, inshallah. So far so good?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we have to deal with hadir, how many siga we have for hadir?
14.
6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we look at it,
Okay.
for the male is taf'alu, like one of the variation is with the fatha, taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the rules to make this into a command? So in first iteration or step 1, you are going to remove the sign of mudare. What are you going to do? Remove sign of mudare. For the second person, what is the sign of mudare?
Ta.
Ta. So you can see taf'alu, taf'alane, taf'aluna. So when I remove it, I am left with fa sakina, ain and lam with the dhamma. And alani, fa aluna. Yeah. So that's step number 1. This is step number 1. So you remove the sign of mudare, which is ta. Then in the second step, you are going to add the hamza tul wasl. Hamzatul wasl. So if I don't put any haraka on it, it could have this sawt sign, which is the sign of the hamzatul wasl. So add hamzatul wasl. So it will become, still we don't know how to say ufalu, afalu, ifalu. We don't know that. So in the third step, we are going to put the haraka, and the rule for that is whenever on the ain kalima, if you see a fatha or kasra, the hamza will always have the kasra. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so when the ain kalima has the dhamma, the hamza will have the dhamma. Making sense? So in other words, this alif will never have fatha. The hamzatul wasl of amr will never have the fatha. Is either going to be kasra or dhamma, and you determine that from the ain kalima, the haraka on the ain kalima. If it's dhamma, it's going to be dhamma. If it's a fatha or kasra, it's always going to be kasra. Okay, so can you remember that rule?
No.
Okay, so then what happens once we have taken the mudare out, added the hamzatul wasl, now we added the haraka, then what we do, we make the last letter sakina. So it will become, instead of af'alu, is going to become if'al. What is going to become? If'al. And you remember from the previous sessions that when we are making the last letter jazm, that's called majzoom, and it's called mudare akhaf. Remember that part? Look at this chart. Remember this chart? So this is yazhabani, tazhabani, yazhabu, tazhabun, yazhabuna, tazhabuna. So what do we do? Noon drops. So what is we left with? Yazhaba, tazhaba, yazhaba, yazhabu, tazhabu. I need some
Yes.
validation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now look, afalani become if ala, if alu, the noon drops. Is that making sense?
Yep.
Okay. So based on this, inshallah, you should be able to make the fi'l amr. So just for the sake of revision, who can tell me what are the steps?
Remove the first letter, the sign of Mudara.
Sign mudare, yes.
Then add the Hamza in the beginning.
Hamza beginning, yes.
And then add the Haraka, either for if the fa and kalama is what you call fatha or kasra, it will be kasra. Otherwise, it will be dhamma.
Will it ever be fatha?
Never.
Never. Now, in order to make the
Last
last
letter will
letter
have the
majzoom, in order to make the last letter majzoom, in the first category or wahid category, you can always put the jazam on the lam, but in the afalani and tafalani or tafaluna, you have to drop the
No.
noon. Making sense? Okay. All right. Jazakallah khair, brother Javed. So let's say I want Sister Noor. Could you
Yes.
please also repeat this or tell me what is your understanding of this?
Okay, so in order to make a fi'al amr,
Mm-hmm.
we take the sign of modari, which is ta, take that off,
Take that off. Very good.
and add alif in the beginning.
Wow, very good.
So alif, the halaka on the alif depends on the ayin letter. If the ayin is fatha or kasra, then the halaka on alif is kasra.
Very good
If
job.
the ayin letter is dhamma, then alif becomes dhamma.
Very
And
good.
there will never be fatha on alif.
Very good job. MashaAllah. Very good understanding. That's great. So we also said that if we are making a command, we are making the command for the second person. Yes. The second person, the people who are in front of us or hadir, second person, we have direct command with them. Yeah. Everybody clear on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we did here, we only did the male part. Yeah. So we know that for the female is going to be same thing. Taf'alu, taf'alani. Agree? Okay. Let me show you what that is. Looks like you guys are having dinner. Maybe we should change the time of the class.
No, I think just fine.
All right. So let me share something else with you. How about this? Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever we have talked about, I am going to revise that with you here. Okay. So the imperative verb is known as al-fi'lul amr. What is known as? Fi'lul amr. Amr means command. So there is one kind of command which is al-amru lil mukhatib or mukhatab, meaning you are giving a command to the person you are speaking to. Okay. So the imperative is the command form of a verb the imperative is of two kinds. What is the kind? One is the direct kind, which is al-amru lil mukhatib, and the other one is the indirect, which is al-amru lil ghaib wal mutakallim. So ghaib is third person, yes. Mutakallim is first person. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if I want to do a direct command, I said idrib, meaning you hit. So what is the haraka on the hamzatul wasl? Kasra. Why? Because the ain kalima is
Kasra.
kasra. In this one, and which bab is that? Daraba yadribu. So bab daraba. So also try to remember that what is this pattern we are talking about. Yeah. And unsur. So what happened to it? Used to be nasara yansuru. So when you take the alamat mudare away, then it becomes unsuru. Now why there is dhamma here?
Ayn letter is
Ain
done.
letter is dhamma. Okay. And this is sharaba yashribu. Right? So ishrab. Okay. So this is another example of direct command, yet you drink. Now, if you want to give command to a first person or a ghaib, third person, he should hit, then you're going to say liyadrib. He should hit. Liyadrib. You will, instead of the hamzatul wasl, you will add the lam with the kasra.
But Abid, doesn't it fall into the category of emphasis, or it just becomes an amar? Because normally this lam is used for emphasis, right?
Yes, but again, remember lam has multiple purposes, right?
Yeah.
Because there is no anna here, or look at the if it was a lam of taqid, this should be li yadribanna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that. So this lam here is, and again, this kind of command we are learning for the sake of learning, but we said the most of the time we are dealing with the direct command. Yeah.
So here the sign of amar is the word ending with sakun.
What's that again?
Here the sign of amar is that the word is ending with sakun. If it's
Yes.
ending with sakun,
So
then
it's the, yes, you're right. So it's the mudare akhaf. Mudare akhaf is the one where you make it the lightest by making the last letters sakun. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So if I want to say he should hit is li yadrib. So I'm not giving him a direct command that you hit. I'm saying that he should hit. So it's an indirect command. So it's good to know, from the sake of knowing that the next time when we come across this, we would know that this is a command, but this is indirect command. Okay. So now, just to reiterate, if you look at the direct one, so we have taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna. The example I just did it on the piece of paper. Correct?
Okay.
So look, this is the actual form. Taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alna, taf'alani, taf'alina. These are the female one. These are the male one. Yeah. So look what happens. From the above mudari table, remove the sign of second person imperfect tense ta. Now what happened? The ta is removed. So it become aluna, alani, ulu, right?
I have a question.
Yes.
For direct command is only given to the second person.
Yes.
For the indirect command can given to anybody.
It's given to the ghaib or the first person.
Oh, okay.
Or I should do it, we should do it, he should do it, they should do it.
Okay.
So again, indirect command for the ghaib, which is third person, and all three categories, wahid, musanna, and jama. I could say both of them should do it, or all of them should do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then this is the first step. First step is that you remove the ta. Then the second step is you need to find out which haraka you're gonna put. So if it's the fatha or kasra, if the ayn kalima, the second radical, which is the ayn kalima, then it will be kasra. And if the second radical bears dhamma, then the alif will bear dhamma. And remember, there never will be fatha on the prefix hamza. Why are we calling it hamza and not alif? Because alif has no haraka. But hamza is when it comes with dhamma, kasra or fatha or sukoon. Yeah. So what happened to the pattern? It become if alu, if alane, if aluna, if alna, if alane, if alina. Then one more step that we are going to remove. We have to make the last letter bear a sukoon. So then it's going to become if al, if ala, if alu, if ali, if ala, if alna. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now if we apply the same rule on imperative form of fataha, what is meaning of fataha?
He opened.
He opened. What tense is that?
Past tense.
Past tense. So it's gonna be yaftahu. Fataha yaftahu, right?
Yes.
So if we apply, if we remove the alamat mudarita, it become, and then the ain kalima has a fatha, so it become iftah, and the ha becomes sukoon. Iftaha, iftahu. Open, you, one male, you open. Iftahu, both of you male, open. Iftahu, open you all. Brother Kabir,
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iftahu,
So
iftahu.
for the female, you're gonna say iftahi. You lady, you female, open. Iftaha, you open, both of you female. Iftahna, you open, all of you female. Okay. Okay, look at this one, and I'll be back in a second.
We moved up.
Okay. I'll be smart.
Okay, so did you guys look at the Daraba one?
Yeah.
Okay, does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so idrib, idriba, idribu, idribi, idriba, idrabna.
Yeah.
Okay, similarly, nasara, then you will say unsur, unsura, unsuru, unsuri, unsura, unsurna. Okay, so now again, this is a perfect example what brother Javed was asking earlier.
Yeah. Wanibaduni.
Wa na'buduni haza siratum mustaqim, and that you should serve me, or you should worship me. This is the straight path. Wa na'buduni. Wow is an, in or an is that, and because of this hamzatul wasl, we have to put the kasra here. Wa na'buduni. Now, is it male or female? It's gonna be more like unsuri, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next one is urkuz. Now, can I look at this and say this is a amr?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do I know? Because look at the
Because
last letter, there is a
sukoon.
sukoon, and
Sukun.
there is a hamzatul wasl, and you know the second letter is also sukoon.
Sukun.
Urkuz, meaning strike. Bi rijlika. Bi rijlika mean with your foot. Haza mughtasalum baridun wa sharab. Who's this command for?
Surah Swat to Ayub alayhi salam by
Ayyub alayhi
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So strike with your foot. This water which thereby gushes out is for a cool bath and a drink. Urkus, birijlika, right? If we don't read it right, we could say birajlika, then it will become your man, hit your man, not rijlika, because
Yes.
rajul is man, rijl is the feet,
It.
and also because of the b, the ra become kasra. Yeah, birijlika. Okay, next. Fakulna, fakulna drib bi asakal hajr. Fakulna. So we said strike. So what is the amar here? Fakul nadrib. Now when we are reading like this, we are taking the haraka from the previous one. So this is fatha. So we're saying nadrib. This becomes silent. Yeah, this becomes silent. Yeah.
Yeah.
If fakulna was not there, then it will become idrib. Do you see this? Do you guys see that if the fakulna was not there, how would you read this one?
Idrib.
Idrib. Why?
It's a command.
Because on the ain letter is
Letter is a
the kasra. So you will put the kasra on the hamzatul wasl. Yes, it is a command, but I'm saying that
So
hamzatul wasl only needs a haraka when it by itself. If there is a word behind it, then we borrow the word from the behind one.
or haraka.
The haraka from the comes. So we said strike with the porous rock with your staff. Now, who's this command for?
Musa alayhi
Musa
salam.
alayhi salam. Masha.
Musa alayhi salam.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa, you want water for your people? Hit the rock with your staff.
Stop.
Staff means your the stick he used to carry. Be asakal. Now, where is your stock coming from? From the ka.
ka.
Right?
Ka.
So the next thing is what is kulna lil malaikatis judu li Adam. And when we said to the angels, bow down. How did we say that? Is
Yes,
judu.
do.
Okay, lil malaikatis judu. See how I'm doing it? I'm reading from here, making the alif silent and joining the ta kasra with the sin. So lil malaikatis judu
Judu.
li Adama. And we said, and when we said, Allah said to the angels, bow down before Adam. Then we also said, Wakulna ya Adam muskun anta wa zawjuka. So again, I'm sure that without me explaining, you can understand.
Right.
Kulna, we said, O Adam, ya Adamu. O is harfe nida. This ya is harfe nida. When you call, you say, O Abid, O Muhammad, you know, uskun. Now, why I said uskun?
Stay.
Fatha and the fa kalima. Dhamma.
Dhamma.
And the ain
On the
kalima.
ain kalima. And because of that, even if this Adamu was not there, then this Hamza will have the Dhamma, right? Anta, you. Ana, nahnu. Was zawjuka. Zawj is wife, spouse. Ka,
Your
your
wife.
spouse. So if you say zawjuka to a female, then it's the husband. If you say zawjuka to a man, then it's his wife.
You don't say zawjatka.
So Zojuki for the
Zawjuki.
fair wife.
You can say zawjuki, I guess.
Hmm?
Then we know that it's specifically for we are telling a lady about her husband. Okay, so next one, وَقُلْ نَحْبِتُ بَعْدُكُمْ لِبَعْدٍ adu. So we said, go down. Ihbitu, meaning, or kul nahbitu is go down. It's a command. Now, is this command to one person or more than 2 person?
2%.
How do you know?
Plural.
Because the noon
More
was
than
dropped.
2%.
It used to be tahbituna. If there is no command here, the verb will be tahbutuna. Making sense?
But this is a plural word, right? Ibatu.
This is plural. This is more than 2. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to Adam alayhi salam, Hawa, and the shaitan.
Yeah, all three of us. All three of
All
them.
of you go down. Okay, go down. Some of you will be the enemies of others. So who is the enemy? Obviously, shaitan is our enemy.
To play anywhere.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Anybody? Is there a question or just
So,
some?
Brother Abid, which means this fi'al amr, if it's in the middle, always alif wasl.
Yeah. If it's in the middle, hamzatul wasl is silent,
Always.
and you pick your haraka from the previous word.
Yes.
So it will be wakul nahbitu. You're not gonna say wakulna ihbitu. You're not gonna say that.
Mm.
Okay, that's the rule of tajweed also. So hamzatul wasl is there when you are when it is hard to pronounce, and when there is a word behind it, then alhamdulillah is okay. All right. So faskuruni, what did that mean? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanding to who?
Remember me.
So remember me. Azkurukum.
I will remember you all.
Washkuruli, and be grateful to me. Wala takfurun. What is wala takfurun?
And not
Do not be
Not be
ungrateful.
ungrateful to me. Alhamdulillah, if I'm not over ambitious here, I think you guys can understand this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
yeah, alhamdulillah.
before you move on, Abid, on the other question, like there you got first kuruni. So why is not wash kuruni? Why is it wash kuruli all of a sudden?
It's first kuruni. So it's
No,
like a
first kuruni
conditional.
on the same pattern. Why it cannot be wash kuruni?
Oh, no, it's not saying that so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not saying so remember me and so be grateful to me. He's saying and be grateful to me. So there are two conditions that you have to remember me and also at the same time be grateful to me. Right? Plus, I really don't know how to explain this, but this is a and condition and not the so condition. See, so remember me, and again you have to read this from the previous context that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if I remember correctly, is that Ya Rasulullah, the people ask you about me, or was that, or no, this was a different verse. Yeah, it was a different verse. But anyway, first Kuruni, if you remember me and I will remember you. And you be grateful to me. It's not like a so. It's like and you have to. And do not be ungrateful to me. Yeah. Allah knows best. So next one, faf'alu ma tu'marun. So do what you are ordered to do. Faf'alu ma tu'marun. Who this ayah is for? Where is this? What story is it about? Can anybody guess?
I think we just to the Yahud.
When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Bani
asked them
Israel,
to
He
slaughter
slaughtered
they
the
are
cow.
asked to sacrifice the
Yes. So
the
finally,
baqarah, the cow.
after answering all their questions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Faf'alu ma tu'marun." So now do what you are ordered to do. Because how many questions they ask? What color he should have? What kind of animal it should be? What should be an old or a young animal? So anyhow, long story short, فَإِن كَاتَلُوهُمْ فَاقْتُلُوهُمْ. So what does that means? But if they fight with you, then you slay them. So فَاقْتُلُوهُمْ. Now what is the hum saying here? Meaning?
Them.
Okay. But the actual command is فَاقْتُلُوهُ. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it two or more than two?
More than two.
More than two. Okay, good. Izhaba ila fir'auna innahu tagha. Izhaba. What is that?
You both go.
Both of you go. Who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to?
Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam.
Harun alayhi salam. Okay, so now alhamdulillah, by looking at this, I can tell, or you can tell, or we can tell, mashallah, this is what is the meaning of that. So we know izhaba, we know ila, we know Fir'auna is the name. Innahu, indeed he is, or indeed he is taga. Taga is what? Pele
Sarkashi.
Pele Madi, right?
Rebel. I think the meaning of rebel, revolt.
So if we have to make it mudari, we're gonna say yataga, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or tataga,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next one, Fadkhuli fi ibadi. So enter among my servants. Fadkhuli. Fad is so, enter, and then fi ibadi. Wa'fu anna, waghfir lana, warhamna, anta maulana, fansurna alal qawmil kafirin. Now, in this verse, it's part of the dua, and we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, are we giving him a command or are we requesting him?
Requesting.
Requesting.
Him. So, wa'afu anna, and pardon us, waghfir lana, and
Forgive us.
forgive us, and warhamna, there is the alif missing here,
Mercy.
warhamna, anta maulana, and have mercy on us, and you are the guardian, so help us against the people who are infidels. Okay, so I hope that this exercise clarified all the missing links we had before. Yes, are we excited to
Yes.
see all this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next thing I would like to show you is, let me see. Okay, this one we haven't covered yet, so it's kind of hard for me to go over. But I wanted to do something else. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do this one because we haven't covered it yet. Okay, so this book you guys have already with you. This is chapter number 29. What is this chapter number?
29.
29, and the page number is 247. Okay,
This send the link. This part linked to WhatsApp.
the links are in the WhatsApp group already. So if you go and search for the book, you will find the PDF.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me just, for the sake of review, show you what we have so far learned over the last maybe several weeks. Okay, so we talked about the moods of the imperfect tense. So we had the sighul mudare. We talked about the jasif. Remember last time we looked at this word and we didn't know what that means. Jasif mean al mudare majzoom. What is al mudare majzoom? Mudare akhaf, the lightest one. What is majzoom? When you have the jazm or sukoon, right? So for example, the haruf e jazima, like the haruf which makes the mudare into mudare jazim or akhaf is lam, lamma, in, li, la. Okay, lam mean was not, did not. Lamma mean not yet. In, we talked about in last time, if, insha'Allah. Okay, li is should. Remember I just showed you?
Yes.
Li yadrib, then we said he should hit. So that's where the li is coming from. This li means should. La, do not, should not. La, do not for the present and should not for the future. Making sense? Okay, so for example, I yafal, if he does, if he will do. Third person. Making sense? I yaf'ala, if they both do or if they both will do. I yaf'alu, if they all do, if they all will do. So what's the difference? In the first category, the last letter become jazm, sukoon. In the second letter, how do you make, in the dual, how do you make the sukoon? You drop the noon. Yeah? And you drop the noon, yaf'aluna, and you add the alif.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So in taf'al, if she does or if she will do. In taf'ala, if they both do, female, or if they both will do, female. In yaf'alna, if they all do, female, or if they all do, female. Yeah? In taf'al, again, for the muzakkar, in taf'ala, in taf'alu, in taf'ali, in taf'ala, in taf'alna. In af'al, if I do, I will do. In naf'al, if we do, if we will do. Inshallah, I think now future reading of the Quran, these things will start to make more sense. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the one where you have to make the akhaf. So let's look at some example of lam. The lam is lam naj'al lahu min qablu samiya. We did not assign this name to anyone before. Who are we talking about?
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yahya alayhi salam.
Yeah.
Suratul Maryam, I believe. Surah Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked about Yahya, that we did not give such a name to anybody before. And Hadrat Isa. Okay, lamma, not yet. Wa akhirina minhum lamma yalhaqu bihim. Lamma, after
Not
the
yet
lamma,
meet them.
say that again. Sister Afia, repeat.
Not yet meet them.
Okay, so lamma is not yet. So here it says lamma is here. So after the mudari become majzoom. See, there is no noon here. Otherwise, it should have been yalhaquna. So because of lamma, yalhaquna become yalhaqu. So and will do so to others, do from among those who have not yet joined them. Not yet, lamma, not yet. Got it? And we will do so, others too, from among those who have not yet joined them. وَلَمَّا يَدْخِلُ الْإِيمَانَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ. What is this? Who can tell me what was this about?
Munafiqeen.
I think this is in Surah Hujurat.
Yes, when the Badwan said that we have Iman, right? When they accepted Islam, but they thought that they had Iman. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلُ الْإِيمَانَ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ. Yes, you are Muslim now by accepting the kalima or reciting the kalima, but the Iman has not yet entered your heart. Yeah?
Yep.
Alhamdulillah. So again, you guys can see how these things are working. فَلَمَّا فَصَّلَ تَالُوتُ بِالْجُنُودِ. So when Talut departed with the forces. فَلَمَّا. Okay, again, in tansurullaha yansurkum وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. So if you help Allah, He will help you and make your feet firm. Okay, so in is what? If. Tansuru, mudare, majzoom. Yes? From nasara, yansuru. Tansuru mean if you help. One or two or more than two?
More than two.
More than two. Help who? Allah. If you help Allah, what is He going to do? Who's going to do help you back? Yansurukum, Allah will help.
You
And yusabbit. Who can tell me what is yusabbit is?
make you firm.
Make it firm, right? But remember, on the alamat mudare, which is the alamat mudare here?
Imperative.
Ya. Ya is the alamat mudare, right? Because this ya is telling me this is third person male.
Mm-hmm.
Agree?
Yeah.
When you have, normally when you have is supposed to be
But
yes bita or yes bitu. Yeah?
mm-hmm.
The alamat mudare has the fatha, not the dhamma. Yeah? When does it have dhamma?
Imperative.
When it is passive voice.
Okay.
Not
Passive.
imperative.
Oh.
When you
Yes.
have
You
have passive voice.
Oh, yes.
Active voice, passive voice. So see, He makes your feet firm. Make your feet firm. So something is happening on you. So you are not the active one, you are the passive one. Is that clear? In order to understand that, you have to understand the active and passive voice from the English language. Okay, now look at this. This in is also shartiya. You know what shartiya is?
If.
Conditional.
Conditional.
So if you do something, as a result of that, somebody else will do something for you. So if you help Allah, Allah will help you. And not only help you, He would make your feet firms. Yeah? Look at this. In tastaftihu, is tastaftihu sounds like a mudare?
Mhm.
Yes.
Because there is alamat mudare. And does it have the noon here?
No.
And it has the jazm. So that is the mudare majzoom. And why is it majzoom? Because there is in.
In.
If there was an, then this should have been in tasta
Tastafuna.
tahu
Huna.
or tahua. Because then it should be fatha. If this was an, then it should have been a fatha here, because when an is there, it makes it mudare khafif, which is with the mansub. Mansub means there has a fatha. Are you thinking with me or no?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. So an was one of the words which makes the mudare mansub.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's
anyhow,
mansub, it will be what?
Fatha.
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 Okay. So if you wanted a decision in tastaftihu faqad ja'akumul fathu wa in tantahu fahuwa khairul lakum. If you wanted a decision, then the decision has come to you, and if you desist it, or you desist, then it will be better for you. Okay. So it can also come along with la, for example, illa. So when there is la and in, it becomes illa. If no.
Oh,
Okay.
illa, but illa means no, right? If no.
Illa mean if no.
Oh, if no.
If not, unless. That see,
Unless, okay. Illa.
in is if, la is no. When they get combined, it means if not, unless.
Got
Illa
it.
is unless or if not. Yeah. Wa illa taghfir li wa tarhamni akum min al khasirin. And if you do not protectively forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be of the losers. So you see that it's all conditional. That if you're not going to, if you are not going to do something for me, then otherwise I
So
will.
brother Abdul, illa means always a combination of in and la. Like yeah,
That's what
very common in
it's saying
Quran.
here. That is when we see illa, it basically lam and noon
And
combined.
noon drops, right?
Yes. So
Illa.
then its meaning is if no, or if not, or unless. That's the easy meaning to remember.
Okay.
So inshallah, this is good. All good stuff. Mashallah. Liyunfik. Liyunfik zu sa'atim min sa'atihi wa man qudira alayhi rizquhu falyunfik mimma atahullah. Yeah. So liyunfik, let him who has abundance spend out of his abundance, and one who has his provision straightened on him, let him spend from that which Allah has given to him. Okay. So here, what are we looking for? We are looking for the lam with the kasra, meaning they
What's the
should.
meaning of sa'a?
Say that again, Brother Javed.
What's the meaning of sa'a? Zu sa'a with? What
Zu
is sa'a?
sa'ati.
Yeah.
Okay. In this case, normally is for the time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But zu sa also for sa'i. Sa'i mean when you struggle or when you make effort.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of
So
that.
there are more than one meaning, right? So so let him who has abundance spend out of his abundance, right? And who has his provision like straightened, like his kudira mean his sustenance is restricted. So who has little provision, he should spend out of it, and who has abundance, he should spend out of it, right? That's the meaning of this, which Allah has given you. That is the meaning of this. So la, this is the particle of prohibition. La is la anna nahiya, right? It is the law of prohibition, meaning no, do not, or do not, right? Or will not. Okay. Wala taqulu liman yuqtalu fi sabilillahi amwat. And don't say for those who are slain in the way of Allah that they are dead. Wala taqulu. Do not say. Wala is wow is and, la is do not. Taqulu, you say. Limay yuqtala. Again, yuqtala mean is a passive voice. Making sense?
Mhm.
It's supposed to be yaktala or
Yes.
yaktulu, right? Because it's passive voice, it's become yuktulu. And the person who got killed. Passive voice, the person got killed. So then they say
Blue
who are slain.
Mudariya, that
So limay yuktalu fi sabilillah. Fi sabilillah mean in the path of Allah. Amwat. Don't say that they are dead.
Tagulu is Mudariya Majzum.
Taquluna. Okay.
This is also Amar, right?
What's that?
This is also Amar.
Mudariya
Yeah.
Majzum.
Yes. Also Amar. But how can it be Amar? Because if it's Amar, then the ta has to go.
Oh, yeah.
No, it
It's
is
not
Amar.
Amar. It's a negative.
Negative Amar.
It is a Amar. Is not fele Amar. Is fele nahi. Sorry, we should clarify. It is because in nahi the alamat mudari stays when the la gets added. So remember we are focusing on fele Amar, which is imperative, meaning do. We did not yet differentiate between do not do. So do not do is the nahi. When we say Amar is imperative, which is positive, do something. Nahi, do not do something. In the nahi, the alamat mudare doesn't go anywhere.
Mm.
But the last letter again is jazm. Yeah. So it's not wala taquluna. It is wala taqulu. So it is still majzoom. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So inshallah, there is a lot of other examples. However,
More.
there is only 10 minutes left. So I wanted to talk about one verse from the where we left off last time. So can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what I wanted to highlight, like last time we were on this verse, and I said that that whoever wants to, the truth is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then whoever wants to have iman, they can do so, or whoever wants to go astray or disbelieve, they can do so. But then Allah said that what we have prepared for the disbelievers, so wrongdoers, right? And that they will have the room of fire, or the fire will be like the walls, and they will be surrounded by it. So obviously they're going to ask for relief, and the relief will be a very hot water, which is like almost like molten brass, which will burn their faces, and is a bad drink and is a bad place. Yes. Yeah. Inna atadna lizalimina naran ahata bihim suradikuha.
What is this ha referring to here? Like this is like a feminine, like Soradhi Koha. So what ha is nar?
Suradikuha is female. Why?
Yeah.
Because all the names of fires are female.
Oh my gosh. Now I know why.
So these are some of the earlier lecture which you were not part of. So the
Okay.
names of fires are female. So remember the noun has to follow each other. So suradikuha, meaning now the mention is its wall is female. If nar is female, then we have to use the continuously female tense in the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what I was trying to highlight is that, yes, we understand. So now when you read this verse, if you only read up to here, all of a sudden your heart will become, sad, or you will feel fear, and you'll feel that, oh, what am I going to do if I'm one of these people? Yeah. But the beauty of the Quran is, and you will notice it from time after time, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have contrasting verses. So anytime he mentions about a punishment, then the next verse is going to be a glad tiding or a contrast. So this is the contrast with the wrongdoers. And then all of a sudden, we're going to, in the next verse, we're going to say, Inna lazina amanu. Remember here, what were we talking about? That وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ, that the truth is from Allah. There is no doubt about that. But faman, you have the freedom. Faman sha, whoever wills, let him believe. Allah is ghani. If you believe, you are believing it for your own good. And if you deny, then it's for you. You're not hurting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah said, if the person is in this category, then I have this punishment for them. Yeah. Now he's talking about the first category, the people who chooses to believe in him. And what is the glad tiding? The innal lazina amanu, indeed those who believed, and wa amilus salihat, not only just believe, just not lip service, you have to do amal salihat. Then what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? Inna la nudi'u, indeed we will not let go waste ajra man ahsana amala. What are we not going to do? We're not going to waste their deeds. And what else we're going to do? Ulaika lahum jannat, and those for them are gardens. Adnin tajri min tahtihimul anhar, that underneath they will flow the rivers. Yuhallawna fiha min asawira, and they will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold. They will be given jewelry. Wayalbasuna siyaban khudram, and they will wear garments green, green color. Min sundisium, of fine silk. Wa istabrakam muttaqiina fiha alal araik, and they will be sitting, reclining on their place of sitting. And then look at this. Ni'ma sawabu wa hasunat murtafaka. Excellent is the reward and the good is the resting place. Now listen to this one. Bitsa sharabu, wretched is the drink, was sa'at murtafaka, and an evil resting place. You see what I'm trying to highlight here? That how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala beautifully contrast that the same wording, one for the wrongdoers and one for the people who will satisfy the second criteria. And look at the reward. Like, what are they going to have? They will have Jannah, and they will have the nice clothing, they will have jewelry, and they will be sitting, relaxing, and mashallah, the drink will be good and the best resting place. You guys see that?
Mhm.
Yeah?
On cotton.
Yeah.
Right. And mashallah, I hope that you can, without me translating line by line, you can still follow along and you can probably pick most of the words. Yeah?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So, Jazakallah khair. This
Very
is
good.
it for today. Today, the attendance was quite a bit low. Missing a bunch of my brothers and some sisters. So, I hope they're fine. But let's not. Are you guys getting bored, by the way, or are you still?
No, it's very
Oh,
interesting.
not at all.
Okay,
Oh.
because I really don't want
I
to.
think it's no, it's okay. But I think this time is a bit late. I think so. Yeah. I think we should move it if possible. Yeah. To
Okay. See,
yeah.
I don't mind moving the time because Salah Isha has gone down to 8:45. So today, mashallah, I was able to pray in the masjid. The only issue I have with changing the time, that it may work for some people, but then some people will be forced to leave the class or they will not be able to make it. So as long as if everybody says to me that yes, changing the time to, let's say, 9 o'clock will help everyone and everybody will be still able to make the class, I have no problem with that. But anything before 9 will be too difficult for me, because still, most of us don't even have dinner till 9 o'clock, right? Or we try to
It's
finish our
okay
Isha
for
Salah,
me.
and some people have kids.
In Masjid over here, in Sari Masajid, still the Isha is at 9 o'clock. So I think for another maybe couple of weeks until the Isha comes down to 8:30.
Okay.
Just continue with this time, please. I like to have it down, but we'll miss the Isha.
I see. Okay. So if everybody okay with it, maybe another 2 weeks, we can continue with
We can use the time.
this, and then maybe we can change it to 9 o'clock, Brother Fawad.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I'm thinking about the people who are not attending. Maybe this is the time. Or no, I don't know why they are not attending.
Inshallah, we'll ask them when they are available next time.
Inshallah.
But I think, but other than that, you guys are not getting to a point where you say, when is this class going to finish? If that is the case, you need to open up to me and tell me. But I think we are very close now. Mashallah, we have covered a lot. There is one more subject I would like to cover, and then maybe we can wrap it up by saying that okay, we have done one level or whatever, and then if you want to continue, then we can start, or we can review, or whatever the group says. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
Alhamdulillah, I feel that we are doing great, and our mission is that till the day we are living, we should become a student of the Quran. So there is no break, no day off. This is a way sadqa jariya for us. So
Inshallah.
so I don't feel tired when I'm doing that. Even if I have zero time, I still feel very energetic and passion. And may Allah give us.
Jazakallah khair, was a beautiful.
Inshallah.
Good
Jazakallah
stuff, man.
khair.
But please be open up to me,
Mm.
because I really don't want to punish you
No,
guys.
I look forward to this class very much.
Alhamdulillah. Very
Alhamdulillah.
good, mashallah. So if everybody feels that way, then I have no problem continuing, inshallah. And I tell you, because of the blessing of this class, the other class, mashallah, is growing. It's growing in a sense that there are more than 200 or more than 200 plus people who are watching the class. And if one or two people drop, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala adds three or more, more to the same group. So some people drop, then more people come. So some people drop, more people come. And as a testimonial, one of my friend, he's mashallah hafiz a Quran. He leads Taraweeh, and was born in an alim family. So he has a lot of Islamic knowledge. But he bumped into my video, and then all of a sudden he wants to learn Arabic now, and mashallah, he's joining to the class, not only, and he's making this effort. So all these little things is, why it's not because of me or this class. It is a combined effort of ours, that this effort we are making, because of the blessing of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is changing the people around us, or making this message more lucrative and attractive to the people around us. Okay, so a lot of you should pat yourself on the back and say Alhamdulillah, that because of our consistent effort with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now we start to see the effect in the community.
Alhamdulillah.
Your own family too. I'm sure you must have noticed some different in your family. Okay, so
Definitely.
Jazakallah khair, keep up the good work, and please review these material. You have the book, you have everything. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam.
Wa alaikum
Alaikum
salam.
salam.
Jazakallah.